I'm Chimo Mangazi with Business Time on Times. It is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines. In the program today, experts divided in opinion on calls for the government to increase the tax-free band to 200,000 kwacha. Also in the program, duty-free week comes next week. We engage an expert on implications to the economy. We have these and other stories. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome. Economic experts and tax experts are divided in opinion on calls for the government to consider increasing the tax-free band to 200,000 kwacha. This, they say, will help cushion citizens from recent commodity price increases. It comes as Treasury is finalizing the 2022-2023 national budget, which Minister Felix Mlosu is expected to present to Parliament next month. Justin Nkweu has the whole story.
According to Center for Social Concern, by October last year, the cost of living was hovering at 221,000 kwacha per month for a household of 2 people. Center for Social Concern Programs Coordinator Bernard Mpepo said this, therefore, calls on government to increase the tax-free band to 200,000 kwacha from the current 100,000 kwacha to escalate people's disposable income. He added that the increase will improve disposable income to the working class and that will result in increased revenue for government in terms of tax because the people will be having money to buy the things they want. A taxation expert, Emmanuel Kaluma, is however skeptical of the proposals, indicating that it means government tax base will shrink further, which has more implications. He believes if such proposals are to be taken on board, there should be a push to employers to increase wages of their employees, which will make the taxable income bigger. Kaluma says unless there should be a deliberate move that businesses pay people well so that they pay good tax, these proposals will hit the country badly because there are very few people working, and apart from that, their pay is already low.
Tax-free band, it means a zero bracket. Historically, it started very small at 5,000 kwacha per month, which was 60,000 kwacha per annum. Now it is at 100,000 kwacha per month, which translates into 1,200,000 per annum. Looking at the number of working people is still a big sum of money which government forfeits.
Yeah.
The suggestion by ICAM,
Center for Social Concern,
Center for Social Concern, is perhaps a good idea, but I would urge that we look at a big picture. 200,000 kwacha per month, it means 2,400,000 kwacha per annum.
Yes.
And in real terms, it means a person who works or does business, he earns 2,400,000 kwacha. He's below the poverty line.
Yeah.
And being below the poverty line, it means he doesn't pay tax. But this person and his spouse and the children, they want goods and services from government. They have to go to the hospital should they get sick. Children have to go to school, and the teachers must be paid.
Yes.
They need security, and they need good roads. So if we want government to push this figure to 2.4 million per annum, where is government going to find money to develop this country? These taxes are different. The other one is income tax, which is a direct tax. And the tax that you are making reference to as disposable income is VAT.
Yes.
Some will choose to consume. Some people will choose not to consume. But they'll still have children wanting services from government. And the rates are different. So the most definite method of making a contribution to government is benchmarked on income tax.
Last month, the Ministry of Finance was soliciting proposals from different stakeholders on policies that should be included in the 2022-2023 national budget. The ministry's spokesperson, Williams Banda, said in a written response to the tax-free band suggestions that the institutions have submitted their proposals to the ministry. He added that the ministry is reviewing the proposals together with others, and the final position will be known when the minister will be announcing the budget, which is scheduled for next month. In 2020, government increased the tax-free band to 100,000 kwacha from 45,000 kwacha. During the 2021-2022 9 months national budget, domestic revenues were estimated at 1.101 trillion kwacha, of which tax revenues were estimated at 1.044 trillion kwacha, representing 10.2% of gross domestic product (GDP).
The Ministry of Finance has gazetted January 23 to 29 as the duty-free week. During the week, Malawian businesses will be allowed to import goods worth not more than 2.4 million kwacha duty-free. But what are the implications to the economy? Our journalist Justin Kweu engaged Institute of Chartered Accountants in Malawi Chief Executive Officer Francis Chinjoka Gondwe.
So last week we were greeted by news that the government has gazetted the duty-free week. It will run from the 23rd to the 29th of this month. It was a campaign promise, as we all know, by the Tonse-led administration during the campaign trail to the June 2020 elections. Now, there are some rules and regulations that were gazetted in line with the duty-free week. Among them is that, as you have already heard, one will import, an eligible importer will import goods worth not more than $3,000, which in Malawi kwacha is about 2.4 million kwacha, and the person will also need to have the taxpayer identification number and also flash out a national identity card for proof. So we have right now I'm with the Chief Executive Officer for Institute of Chartered Accountants in Malawi, that's ICAM, Francis Chinjoka Gondwe. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so firstly, let's explain to the people what exactly is duty-free week.
Thank you very much. Duty-free week is a week that has been designated by government, gazetted by the Minister of Finance, which allows Malawian businesses to import goods for free. These Malawian businesses mainly are the small and medium entrepreneurs. So during this week, they import goods of up to $3,000 without paying duty. And in this case, this is import duty, this is import exercise, as well as import VAT. And as you alluded to in your opening statement, there are qualifying conditions for one to qualify. And these include that one must register for taxes, and one must produce a taxpayer identification number, and also that there will not be multiple multiple clearances of goods. So in this week, you just clear your goods once and not twice or more.
Now, looking at the time that government has set, the 23rd to the 29th of January, some people believe that January is not an active month when it comes to economic activities. What would be your take on that one?
Exactly. The timing's off, obviously. People needed to have been given at least a notice of 30 days. But as you said, you were just coming from the festive season where people have spent. So in this case, what it means is that only a few will benefit from the duty-free week.
Right now, with the current economic status of the country, of Malawi as a country, firstly, let's look at maybe the disadvantages that that this duty-free week may bring on the economy.
As we are all aware, the economy is not doing well now, and we also have a huge deficit to service. And it doesn't make economic sense to introduce a duty-free week in these circumstances.
Now, what about the advantages that it may bring? Because even though it has disadvantages, it might also have some advantages.
Of course, the duty-free week comes with a number of advantages. For example, duty is free, meaning that the importers will not have to pay duty, and therefore they can use the savings to grow their businesses. To government or MRA, Malawi Revenue Authority, the duty-free week is advantageous in the sense that those people who are not paying duty will now be forced to pay duty because they will now come into the tax bracket. Because remember, one of the conditions that they must register. And once they register, it means that government can later on follow up with them on their taxes.
The other thing that has come out is about the period that has been said on from the gazetting of the rules and regulations to the duty-free week. As we have already said, maybe they needed a month or so, yes. And now they are saying that it will not matter whether you imported goods last year, this year, or immediately after you heard about the duty-free week, but so long as it is at the border during the duty-free week, with the hassles that go into importing products, do you think this is a good rule or regulation?
To begin with, I like the clarification where they are saying it doesn't matter when you imported the goods as long as they're at the border during the week. I think that's a very important clarification that needs to be communicated to the importers. So yes, the duty-free week is a very good idea, except that the timing, as I said earlier on, is off. But also adequate notice needed to have been given, but also the amount, $3,000, basically we're talking about 2.5 million kwacha. We wish if the amount was significant so that it makes a difference in the entrepreneur's life.
This is Business Time on Times. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and we now turn to entrepreneurship. A UK-based Malawian entrepreneur, Mandela Choka, has developed a web platform for Malawians to compare and contrast what is on offer in the insurance market to help them make informed choices. Dubbed Tavito, the platform will, among other things, aggregate premiums and other service prices from all players in the market. To find out more about the innovation, I engaged Choka in this interview. Tell us, what is this innovation all about?
Yeah, so I founded a company called Tavito Enterprises Limited. We are based in South Yorkshire in Doncaster in the UK. And with Tavito, we are concerned with innovating and working with industry where we can use innovative issues to address customers' pain points, and in particular for this item, Tavito is going to do a price comparison website, which is like an aggregator site where we can compare all the products and rank them according to price, but also according to their specifics.
And so this is what we're bringing to Malawi. It's a price comparison website.
So what exactly will the customer or the client be required to do to be able to see all the players in the industry, all the prices, the offers that are there? What exactly is it going to be used by the client?
The client should be able to just get on the internet, onto our website. It will be www.tavito.mw. Once you get there, you get to the landing page, which tells you what the products are on offer. Currently, we have two major products, which is the car insurance, and then the other one is the medical insurance. So the customer will be able to see these two directly and choose the appropriate one. So for example, if a customer is wanting to purchase a car insurance, then they'll click on the car insurance link, and that will take them directly into a car insurance form where they'll fill in particular details for themselves, but also for the car that they want to insure. This is based on the current procedure anyway, because the insurance companies get these details, and these details will determine what insurance products are applicable for that customer. For example, the model of the car will impact on the kind of insurance you get, but also the value of the car itself would impact on the insurance you'd get. And so at the back end of this website, what is happening is that once the customer is inputting this data, the back end is calculating which insurance premiums will be available from all the multiple providers that we'll be linking with. So we're going to work with partners in the car insurance industry. At the moment, the general insurance industry has got 8 major players, and we're going to work with them, and then they'll provide all their insurance premiums. And then as the customer puts in the data, they'll click at the end to get the quotes, and the quotes will come in and they'll be ranked according to price, for example, from lowest to highest. But also side by side, we'll be able to compare each feature of each premium, what they do get in addition to just getting the premium. And so the customer is able to now see the value of choosing whatever choice they would make. For example, if they choose the cheapest, they'll know that these are the features that go with the cheapest. And if they choose the most expensive, they'll also know what kind of features go with it. And we believe that this will place the customer at the very central port of making decision of what they want to do and what insurance they want to get.
Business is slowly picking up in various sectors of the economy from the halt brought about by the festive holidays. Retail trading remains the biggest sector where trade activity is recorded, especially in the country's major cities. Our journalist Justin Kweo wandered the streets of Limbe, the largest trade hub in the city of Blantyre.
All right now I'm at the Masauko Jibembere Highway. I'm exiting Limbe, where I went to ask some business people and of course just buyers about the business, how business is and how the economy is for the citizenry. Well, most of them are saying, as expected, January hasn't been a very good month, and they are saying that this year's January has been compounded by the rising cost of different commodities. As we might remember, the Consumers Association of Malawi said that between October 2020 to November 2021, prices of different commodities rose by 58.2%. Now the people are saying that because of that rise, because of the rise in different commodities, it is the reason why this January, unlike any other, has been compounded, has been most difficult because people are not able to purchase what they could. Most of them are saying maybe their employees should consider maybe raising their salary, but mostly they have urged the government to look into the rising of things. Looking ahead, they are saying that they believe that government will do something government will place in policies that will control the rise in prices of different commodities. Even those who are doing business, they are saying that things have risen, commodities have risen, and for that reason, they are not able as well to order on wholesale as they would have ordered in the past Januaries, in the past years. But they are also saying that those who are to buy those commodities are not buying in large numbers as they used to buy in the past Januaries. So business as usual in Limbi from the spot checks that I have done. Business as usual, but people are complaining about money. People are complaining that things have risen sharply, and their only hope lie in the policies by government that should make sure that the rising in prices of things is handled, is stabilized, maybe inflation to go down.
Well, with that item, we've come to the end of today's edition of Business Time. It is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Chimwe Mangazi. But always remember, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. Bye for now.